Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to say call halal.
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakapadash.
Send double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to send much peace, love, and salutations to you. I came out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth. This is Great Millstone Dallas, another class session. And as you can see, today's lesson is going to be titled, This is not a popularity contest or for being cute. This is not a popularity contest or for being cute. For those of you that that know what we're about, you know, this ministry, this course, this pilgrimage, you know that we were meant to be sent to preach this word across the four corners of the earth until the return of Yahweh Shai. In the midst of that, what you've seen happen over the course of really the whole time that we've been in Israel, but more recently, these last 15, 20 years of social media, splits in camps, and everything like that, there's a mentality that you see. There's a difference between what people consider Great Millstone, which is the rough, ragged, bum, ragtag, crazy guys, versus the more wannabe polished groups. You know, that wear matching uniforms and march around, or they create clickbait and they want to do podcasts with people in the world, you know, and things of that nature. Well, when you read the scriptures, we're not here for all that bullshit, man. We're not here to look cute. We're not here to make you feel like you need to come into this because of the way we look. Right. You know, we're not here to cater to your BS feelings. We're not here to cater to the status quo mentality that's out there. A lot of the stuff that's in the scriptures, the Western world shuns and looks down upon. Right. So you see Israelite groups catering to Western philosophy in their doctrine. That's trying to be popular. What are you saying?
Just to add to that good point you made, because you think about it, you have the elect remnant that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So with this Western way that you guys got, you got guys portraying themselves, or portraying a ministry, I'd rather say. How is that going to appeal to an Israelite foreigner in Iraq, or in Southern Africa, or wherever, Australia? You know, you're limiting the ministry when you tie a Western mindset with it. That's why you got to go according to what the scriptures say and how it says to be done. That's all I was going to say.
Right, and so now we're coming to the time that we're seeing these wars pop off. Just today, it was said that Israel, the state of Israel, has gathered more tanks heading towards northern Israel and the southern border of Lebanon. So we're starting to see these things get fermented up in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Well, as we go out there and preach and prophesy about these things, image is gonna come up. Right. What image are you putting out there in the truth, man? We want to remain humble. We want to remain contrite and serious about the word of the Heavenly Father. So I want to open up with that in Psalms. And then we're going to get some scriptures. And I'll be looking at the comment board. I'm here on Remnant Safe Bar. But brothers got scriptures on deck. We're going to just pull it. Let's go, Chan.
This is in Psalms chapter 37, verse 11. It says,
start at 10. 9.
Psalms 37 and 9. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth.
And that's not the mentality that you see out here. Right. You don't see people waiting for the Lord. You see people wanting to build the kingdom of heaven now in their eyes, in their vision. They're not waiting on the Lord to come and reestablish this thing. Right. All right? And so they're putting the people in the wrong spirit and mindset. And we'll get to that more as this lesson progresses. Go ahead, champ.
All right, it says, verse 10, For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be.
And you look at what Esau has, what these other nations have, and Jake be wanting to have that. They be coveting Esau.
And be not the oppressor.
That's right. That's why they take on contracts with the Edomites. That's why they take on 501c3s and jump through their little hoops for their little money. Instead of keeping the ministry pure. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 11, or Salaki. Psalms 37 and 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
It says that the meek shall inherit the earth. That's the spirit that we should remain in. Not looking to be internet famous,
Right.
right? Not looking to be internet, popular,
Right.
right? Trying to be cute,
Right.
you know?
They want a world-friendly view of this thing of ours, man. Basically. We're
Right.
trying to make a world-friendly doctrine to get more members, to get more numbers, which equate to more money, right?
Right. So it says the meek shall inherit the earth. We get this word meek, the word anah, right? It says poor, humble, afflicted, meek, poor, needy, poor and weak, right? Poor, lowly, meek. That's going to be how the men of the Lord seem and look
Right.
as they face their enemies, man. But Jake wants to portray themselves as rich, opulent, proud, strong. They don't want to be meek and humble.
Right.
You know, they want to call Great Millstone a bum camp. It's just a meek camp.
That's it.
That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got a precept too.
Let's go, champ.
If there's more, and I didn't know if there was
No, that
more
was
than
it on
that.
me.
Okay.
What you got?
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verses 7 and 8. It says, Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. Because ultimately we're waiting for the Lord to lift us up. And we know that eventually the Israelites are going to be raised up on the planet Earth under Yahweh Shai. But you got guys that want to force the course, and ultimately, really it's the mindset of they don't believe Yahweh Shai is going to come back.
Mhm.
It's really just a show for a lot of guys to gain popularity.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
know?
when he gonna come back.
Mhm.
I just want to make sure that I have created this
Exactly.
lifestyle, instead. But it's like, that's fine that you want to do that.
Right.
But don't make merchandise as a
Exactly.
ministry to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You can't get it on your own power and volition.
Right.
You got to use people and use his knowledge to do it.
That's
You're
right.
selling the truth like a real jerk.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Was there more on that?
Con, verse 8. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar of the dunghill. And we're all in the dust and those beggars from the dunghill at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's why we've been in captivity.
Mhm.
The Lord put us in a poor spirit until we raised up and sitting in those heavenly places physically with Yahweh Shai. But in the meantime, there's a way to live, a way to conduct, and more so like we're going into this lesson, a way to carry ourselves humbly, you know? And that's the point of this lesson here. It says to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of for the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he had set the world upon them. But the point going into it, how it's the Lord that's going to raise us up from the dunghill to sit among princes. It's not anything that you're going to be able to do within your own tangible source of power. It's not going to happen that way. You know? That was
Right.
it.
Luke 6:24. Unless you have a precept.
I'll just get yours. Let's see. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 24. And it says, But woe unto you that are rich,
Mhm.
for ye have received your consolation.
Yeah, woe unto you that are rich, man. You got what you needed,
Right.
right? You want to be a multimillionaire utilizing this truth or within this? You're in the world. You're not in this. Your mindset is not for a world to come. You're enjoying the world that is. Go ahead.
Trying to get a precept? Just to back up what you
Yeah.
just said, real
Mhm.
quick. This is where was it? 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 31. It
Oh
says,
man, I was gonna pull that. I was
Okay,
gonna
I'll
pull
hold
that.
it.
We'll get to that one next.
We will get to that
As
later.
a matter
Okay.
of fact, pull that one next. I want to
Gotcha.
talk about that scripture.
Kind.
But I want you to read the next couple verses here in Luke.
Yep. Luke 6 and 24. I'll read it again. But woe unto you that are rich.
So
for-
we locked in, bro. Let's go check.
Yep. But hey, that's the spirit. Hey. It says, But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep.
And that's what we see. We see a lot of playing games and wanting to be cute. I use that word cute because Jake want to show you, look, they're getting married, celebrating, and all this and that, man. When we know right now that ain't the time or mindset to be in. Eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage. I mean, of course, brothers are going to be married, but the forefront of your mind is this ministry.
Yep.
And so you got to put off your marriage. A lot of times your wife is going through a lot of mental strain because you really ain't there for her, man.
Right.
You can't be. And to be there for her takes away from your spirit.
Right.
to be in the truth. You have ups and downs with your woman in this truth, man. Because there's a level of disconnect.
Right.
There's a level where she's in the world
Oh yeah.
and
for
you're
sure.
not. And so it's just not going to link.
Yep.
You try. But if you focused on that, you're not going to be in this truth, man.
And they're
We've
trying
seen
to,
it.
yeah, they're trying to mix the two. They're basically saying you can have it all.
You can have the
both.
best of both worlds.
Exactly.
And the scriptures don't say that. The
Nah.
scripture says that that's going to be a struggle.
Yep.
And to present it as anything else is misleading the flock.
Yep.
You have to constantly remind the flock that that's going to pull at you in the flesh
Right.
and take away from what you need to do in the spirit. Right? So it says, woe for you that are full now, because you're going to hunger.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You got to be in the mindset of being hungry.
Right.
You got to be in the mindset of accepting losses. Humble, meek, lowly, poor, contrite. You got to remind yourself, and especially as things get popping off right now.
Comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's right. Okay, so read 25 and 26.
Luke 6:25, it says, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
Mm-hmm.
Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you.
Popularity contest.
Mm-hmm.
You got guys that go out there and they present the ministry
Right.
so people can consume it and so they can be more popular, get more likes and clickbait.
Merchandise.
That's right. we
That's
gonna
why
get
they
to
like debating.
that. Uh-huh. That's right. That Holy Spirit spirit. Yeah, he won the debate, man. That's not what we're out here for.
Yeah.
We're out here to present the truth, man.
That's
To
right.
cast a net upon the lands. Whatever is pulled in is pulled in, man. All right, keep reading.
It says, woe unto you, Luke 6:26, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so did their fathers to the false prophets.
See, and it's the same cycle. Nothing new under the sun. You pulled that scripture last night. That's me speaking. Nothing new under the sun. Now let's go to that in 1 Corinthians.
Yep. This is 1 Corinthians 7:31. It says,
Now this whole chapter is
yeah,
relevant
it's real good.
because it's talking about the situationships that we have.
Mhm.
You know, we as brothers want to say they married and we ain't married.
We have a situation
We have
with
a
the world.
situationship.
Yep.
You just do the best that you can
That's
with
it.
You know, we can't over glorify what we got going on in this world. We're doing the best we can
Right.
with what we have. Okay? But Paul is admonishing those who are committed to the ministry in this chapter.
Right.
Okay? And now we're going to skip down to verse 31. Let's go.
Yep. This is 1 Corinthians 7:31. It says, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
The fashion of this world passes away. You got to have that in your mind, man. Yeah, you take care of your kids, your job, your businesses, or this or that. All that's separate from the mission.
Yep.
And that's what happens is that people want to blend in the mission of the ministry with day-to-day life in a way that's not congruent or
That's
spiritual. There's a separation still.
That's right.
We got to be real about that. This is a war. And the wife and children and your businesses don't go to war with you.
Right.
You're on the battlefield with the other soldiers out here fighting. All right, so there's a separation from that. Now, you're using the world,
Right.
but not using it. You're not being consumed by that. You about to say something?
Yeah, they want to blend in a fashion of this world with the truth.
Mhm.
And it don't go like that. It's always going to be that separation. They're basically trying to package the truth within the fashion of this world.
Right,
To
that's
make it more appealing, you know, to where I can still be an Israelite, but I can still be on social media. I can still have my tiptoeing in the world. But I know I'm an Israelite, though.
Yeah.
I'm so-called keeping the law.
And the problem is this is what they sell to the people. We don't sell that shit to
Right.
you.
Right.
That's why people hate the way we come. We don't sell a fantasy Israelite life in this world.
Mm-hmm.
You cross over into this ministry, this is what it's about. You might have some situations, your wife, your kids, you might be divorced, or your job situation. We'll deal with that, and we're going to give you the tools to flourish. I'm an ambitious man. I'm not some bum-ass nigga. And none of the brothers are. But we keep the main thing the main thing. Now, I want you to go to Luke and read about making merchandise. Luke 2:14. Did you have something else?
It's all good. You know.
No, bring it out. Bring it out. Break it down.
God, well, I got this right here in 2nd Ezra 16.
No, we're gonna get that at the end.
Okay, God.
Bro,
We all locked in.
John 2 and 14, I got you. God. This is the book of St. John, the 2nd chapter, and the 14th verse. Excuse me. Pages stuck together. But it says in John chapter 2, verse 14, it says, and found in the temple those that sold ox. I'm going to start a little higher. I'm going to start at verse 12. John 2 and 12. After this, he went down to Capernaum, he and his mother, and his brethren, and his disciples. And they continued there not many days. And the Jews' Passover was at hand. And Yahushua went up to Jerusalem, and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves.
Right, so there was an opportunity. There was a gathering that happened. What happens during Passover? Everybody flocks into Jerusalem. And they're committing sacrifices. They're getting what they need for their own personal households so they can do the sacrifices to keep the Passover. So for those who were in the temple, this is an opportunity. And you see this right now. You see, because since 2007, we are all getting prepared for Yahushua's return, aren't we? So we're all listening to the videos, getting this knowledge, getting prepared.
Right.
And so you have people within this temple, the church that's online, taking advantage,
Right.
selling the materials. Hey, you're gone, you know, buy this new car, do this, do that, do these.
Yeah.
Making merchandise for the people. Read it again.
God, it says, and the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem, and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the changers of money sitting. And if I may, just to go into that, it talks about the changers of money sitting. Well, you got to remember, like you said, you had Israelites from all over that would come over to Jerusalem to celebrate. And they would come, they had their own form of currency that they would bring. So in order to get that currency, to get the stuff, you know, the merchandise that was there, they had to send it into the exchangers. So immediately those that, you know, those Jews that were sitting there at that table had their mindset toward money and merchandise.
This is an opportunity.
Yeah, it was coming at them in all different ways. They just getting the bag. You know, just to put that, you know, illustration out there. But when you continue in verse 15, it says, and when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these hence, make not my father's house an house of merchandise.
Get out of here with that, man.
He's whooping ass,
You
man.
remember that, Elder Yashwamba?
What's that?
When they were selling sit-downs
Yeah.
on YouTube?
Yeah.
You get a part of the sit-down.
Yeah. That's when we first came in.
They'll give you it was like a 10-minute clip and say if you want the rest of the sit-down, you gotta go pay for it. And this is what made Great Millstone blow up back in 07, 08, because they just put the videos up. So you literally had hundreds of videos of breakdowns. Meanwhile, you go over to this other group, you get half a sit down, and you gotta pay for the rest. You gotta pay to get the information. They making a house of merchandise, and now they're do it in different ways. This is why donations. Then that Dr. Umar spirit. Gifts. More gifts.
Yeah, right.
Donations. Thank you, Sister Ashanti. Thank you for that $10 donation. Could have been 20. You know?
And they got the barcode on their sit down now.
They got the barcode on their sit downs now.
Spirit.
Wow.
That's what I was going to say pretty much.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Wait, it's about IUIC, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was going
The
to say.
cash barcode.
Yeah. They said such and such sent this amount of dollars, such and such sent $50.
Donation.
Yeah.
The Lord loves a cheerful giver.
That's it.
That's what it's about, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's about grifting the community, man. It's about grifting the flock. It ain't really about just preaching the word. All right? That's why they made this into a popularity contest. We got to make this thing look flashy. We got to make it look cute. We got to make it look appealing. We got to have gimmicks. When you come over here, we have wedding parties. Okay? We march around town. We look strong. But you actually are weak And you make yourself vulnerable to the enemy. Okay? Was there more on that?
Let's see.
That's it on that, right?
Yeah, that was the point.
Real quick, Jeremiah 7:11.
Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 11. And it reads, so I can page that stuff together. It reads, in this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, even I have seen it, saith the Lord.
Yeah, man. This is what we see in the temple, man. Dens of robbers and thieves. You know, because anybody got the NLT? Can they pull it up? 2 Peter 2:1.
On the second Peter. Okay, I get Peter.
You hold 2 Peter? I want it in the NLT though.
Okay, I got
Baba
it.
Kushai.
All right, 2 Peter chapter 2, starting verse 1 in the NLT. But there were also false prophets in Israel, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will cleverly teach destructive heresies, and then even deny the master who bought them. In this way, they will bring sudden destruction on themselves.
Keep reading.
Many will follow their evil teaching and shameful immorality.
Mm-hmm.
And because of these teachers, the way of truth will be slandered.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we see, man. We got new breakdowns coming out, Trinity
Yep.
breakdown. All right, all types of madness. Mark of the Beast is this. They got 3 Mark of the Beast breakdowns. You know, which one you gonna pay for?
Right, and even look at how yesterday, more than it was a lot of people coming up
Yeah,
saying y'all not like them other guys.
yeah.
And I saw a video yesterday where Barack Obama uploaded where it was a
I saw that one.
You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
was basically like, who lied to this guy? This
Mhm.
brother. Like, damn, y'all messed up his.
Told him he wasn't an Israelite because he had light skin.
Yeah.
But his dad was a full-blown Puerto Rican.
Yep.
And his granddad. He was an Ephraimite. He was lighter than you. Like he was lighter. He was like brown.
Yep.
But he was his dad full-blown Puerto Rican. And you could tell his spirit, he was
He
Jake.
was a J by spirit, you see it. Mm-hmm.
But some other group told him, oh no, you're an Edomite.
Yeah. Fuck this faith.
False prophets.
He even said it.
Yeah.
Like, man, that kind of messed me up a little bit, man.
Yeah. That's fucked up. You know? Go back and let's call and read. Let's start at the second verse.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2 in the NLT. Many will follow their evil teaching and shameful immorality. And because of these teachers, the way of truth will be slandered.
Because of these teachings, the way of truth shall be slandered. Keep reading.
Verse 3, in their greed, they will make up clever lies to get hold of your money.
Thank you, Sister Ashanti. Appreciate that donation. For those of you that are Gold Class members, Gold Class subscribers, we're going to have a special class for you at 7 p.m. Come join me and Bishop Sasadala, whatever his name is, for a special teaching class. It's
Wow.
pure assholes. This ain't about a popularity contest of being cute. This is about the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Okay? And we coming into serious times. Serious times where it's gonna matter. The mindset. Go ahead, Chad.
But Yahweh Bashem Yahushua condemned them long ago, and their destruction will not be delayed.
That's why we see them all breaking up now. We told y'all about these badass kids. Alright? Now they all on camera. When they should be held in the background. But it's more clickbait. Okay? Keep going. No, it was verse 3. You finished that one?
Yeah, that was
Verse 3? Cool. Get that next.
Now, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2. And it reads, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
So this is why they get up on there and they want to pan the camera and show you how many people in the camp, and all brothers and sisters, we're going to come to St. Louis, Missouri, and we're going to march. And then they got the drone camera to go around and make it seem like they got 100 million people, when it's the same 400 niggas that were in the last city.
Straight up, straight up.
You know?
We got a packed house tonight.
And Jaden, wow, that's powerful.
That's powerful,
They
right?
doing something.
Good.
The scripture says, "Follow not a multitude to do evil," man. You know,
That's right. And just if you look at what they're doing in a carnal eye, yeah, like you said, in their mind, it's as powerful as that and third. That's why you got to be locked in the spirit 24/7. You know, because if you ain't in the spirit, you're gonna look at that and be deceived by that. That's guile when you look at it. But in the flesh, it's a movement and it's powerful. But through the spirit, that ain't what the Lord is looking for right now. You know, so as the scriptures say, the blind shall lead the blind. Well, that's it right there, and they televise it. We see it. You know.
That's right.
But this is back in Exodus 23:2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in cause to decline after many to wrest judgment."
That's right, man. And we see this, right? We see this all the time. So don't follow a multitude to do evil, man. You got to follow the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. Somebody can grab Matthew 11. And I actually want to start up and read Matthew 11:20. Was there more on that you wanted to pull?
I was holding that earlier too.
Verse 3, I'm interested to see what that it says. I'm going to read it. "Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause." It sounds like blaming a poor man in a sense. Because if that's the case, then that goes right into the lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, it says in the NLT, "And do not slant your testimony in favor of a person just because that person is poor."
Yeah, that's it right there. Because what are bumites? What are bum cats? And they always throw that out there
Yeah.
to have people's judgments all messed up about their opinion towards us.
Don't know us.
Yeah.
Don't know none of us. These bums, these broke bums. You know?
Man.
And most of y'all not doing better than the brothers in Great Millstone. You know? Now go pass out a turkey so you can get that grant money and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay? Make sure you do it right. Or we're gonna deny you that donation, that gift.
Yep.
They're taking gifts, man. Matthew 11.
Kind. Where'd you want to start at? Like
Start at 20. When it talks about Capernaum.
All right, kind.
But we're gonna read down the point that I actually wanted to go
28,
down.
29 or something.
Mhm.
Further down.
But I want to read up.
Yup. All right, so this is Matthew 11:20. Then begin. Okay. I thought you were saying something.
No, you good, bro.
Matthew 11:20, it says, "Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not.
Mm-hmm.
Woe unto thee, Chorazin."
They kept doing what they was just doing, man. That's what we see. We see people get this word, but just continue to live the same carnal lifestyles that they want to live.
And see the prophecies come to pass. That's the miracles these
Mhm.
days. The prophecies come to pass. But Yahweh Shah was actually there doing miracles.
That's
So
right.
as people woke up to the truth, they got the promise, they see the miracles, had the prophecy, and they just like,
Mm.
I'm just Israel.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
They're just proud to have fringes on.
Yeah.
All right, continuing on, Matthew 11:21. "Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethesda! For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes."
The other day, they would have repented.
So it would've been
They
there.
would have got it, you know. But Jake is so stubborn and hard-headed. They see the gathering of the elect. They see all of these things happening as far as prophecies goes, and they still worried about a damn cash out. They still worried about carnal dumb stuff that don't got nothing to do with Yahushua returning, and all this stuff that you thinking that you building up being burnt. Go ahead.
Verse 22, "But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you.
Mm-hmm.
And thou, Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day."
Mm-hmm. So Capernaum was a place of opulence. You know, it was a rich city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, when you get the name of Capernaum, I think it's like Comfort, something like that.
See it enough.
City of Comfort.
Yep. Village of Comfort. Yeah.
Yeah.
City of Comfort.
Bring it out, you know, if you got it.
Yeah. Capernaum or Capernaum. It says, "Village of Comfort, a flourishing city of Galilee, situated on the western shore of the Sea of Galilee, or Lake of Gennesaret, near the place where the Jordan flows into the lake."
That's right. That's right. And then when you read down into the strong, the Thayer's Greek lexicon, it actually says consolation.
Consolation, yep.
We talked about the consolation of the rich.
Village of Consolation.
Yeah, it's your consolation.
They were chilling.
They was chilling. Big chilling.
Then it came to a ruin too.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, keep reading. So that's what you got. You got Jake wanting to make this the new Capernaum. Wanting you to believe that on this side we're meant to be building up and basically have the kingdom of heaven on earth now.
Right.
You know, that's why they believe they're in the new covenant. They think they got it.
Yeah, right.
Just completely out of their damn mind.
We don't have to suffer to follow the Lord.
Right, right.
We can have it all here.
Yeah, we can have it all here, man.
All right, but going back, Matthew 11.
Brother Gabriel and Sister Sarah getting married.
Yep. Jumping the rope.
2 weeks later, and this sister, man, she don't listen, elder. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get in there and counsel with you and your wife.
Yeah,
You get the George Clinton playing in the background during the marriage.
yeah.
Playing that Teddy Pendergrass.
2 weeks later,
Yeah.
bro, they fighting like
It hurt.
yeah.
All right.
I like my bacon, my turkey bacon, crispy. Anyway, man, go ahead, man.
Matthew 11:24. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee.
Go ahead.
It says, at that time Yahweh answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes.
Right, so when you hear these things from the rise, and go get that in the NLT. I'm gonna read that in the NLT.
Kind. Verse 25.
Verse 25 in the NLT.
Kind.
It says, at that time Yahweh shall pray his prayer, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, thank you for hiding these things from those who think themselves wise and clever, and for revealing them to the childlike, man, to the meek, to the humble, all right, to the obedient. Keep reading on.
Verse 26, it says, even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father, neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me.
Take this yoke upon you
That's
and
right.
learn of me, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
Why is it easy and light? It's easy and light if you put off the ways of this world.
Right.
It's easy and light if you put off the mindset of needing and desperately coveting, wanting to be the man on this side, wanting to be so damn cute in the eyes of Yasha Allah, wanting to make this a popularity contest for donations, gifts. All right. And this is what you see, man. You got the Sakari fighting over debate topics and shit. Well, he wanted to debate over this. Like, bro,
Just bring out the word,
just
man.
go preach, man.
Damn.
That's it.
Niggas want to
Fuck
make it
that
too
debate.
complicated.
If you would have kept it simple, y'all could have been still chilling.
Even Lauren Hill
But
told me
y'all
that.
still trying to make this some damn clickbait bullshit ass debate. I was gonna give him to sorry, I knew I could cut him on this topic, but he wanted to go to the new covenant. And man, who cares,
Come up
man?
with a war strategy for a debate.
That's strife and vainglory,
Yeah.
which I perceive that's, you know, Hakai was doing all that bullshit.
Yeah, that's I can
You
definitely
know?
see that's his
And,
line. or
and,
whatever.
and kind of Alazar was kind of like not trying to deal with it, you know, or whatever. I don't know the details, but when you listen to it, it's a bunch of immature shit, man.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Shouldn't even be on camera, you know. But Jake loved watching this card, man. Like,
Yo.
it's like the brother.
I just wait on the clip.
You can wear your
Yeah.
fitted hat and all that shit. You can wear a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm not finna watch a kid, you know what I mean?
You can still look like a nigga in the world and know you're an Israelite with them.
But yeah, it is
At
what
the
it
camp.
is. But just keep it simple, man. Somebody pull out that scripture, man. The simplicity that's in Yahweh Shai. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. It's in
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach.
Now, a chaste virgin she lives a simple life, don't she? If she out in the club, if she want to do this, want to go do that, and want to need excitement in her life, no, her ass is at home where she's supposed to be, quiet and waiting to obediently serve her Lord. And if she does that, what will she get? A carefree life.
That's it.
A carefree life. A life where she ain't worried about if the bill is paid. She ain't worried about
You ain't
that.
gonna even see no bill.
She not stressed. You know what I'm saying? A good woman really don't be stressed like that because she's able to procure a man that's willing to take care of her. Okay? But that's what we're looking in your house shop. But you gotta keep it simple, man. Jake be striving and fighting and doing all this. That's why the scripture says in James the 4th chapter, from whence comes wars and fighting? It comes even after your own lusts. Personal beefs and stupid shit. And not keeping it simple. This ain't a popularity contest to be cute. We ain't here for all that, man. I know Jake want to be cute. Everybody want to shine. But this ministry ain't got nothing to do with all that.
Right.
Okay? Don't be going off. But we don't be prying into y'all daily lives and what you do yesterday. And, make class. Be on point. If a brother is going into darkness, you're going to see it. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the darkness coming off of him. And he ain't going to come. Because it's not going to be a priority. This is not going to be his priority. We don't need to have no gimmicks for you to come here.
Right.
I don't want to put on no gimmicks for you to come here. We're going to have a picnic every second Sunday, every second Sabbath of the month. We're going to have the Israelite picnic and barbecue. Come on down. Make sure you donate. We ain't doing that bullshit, man. It's not about that. Okay?
God, I got a quick one. This is Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 48, and I'm going to read it in verse 49. And it says, As I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, Sodom thy sister hath not done, she nor her daughters, as thou hast done, thou and thy daughters. So he's even saying pretty much, damn, even Sodom is looking better than you niggas right now. You know, in verse 49 says, Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom. Pride, fullness of bread, and abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and the needy. So he's bringing that out about Sodom, but more so he's talking about Jacob. He's saying even Sodom was known to this stuff, but y'all bypassed even Sodom when it comes to being full of bread. You know, not doing anything for the needy. And you can look at the poor and needy as those that need this truth. You got the poor and needy that's poor and needy, but they're being charged for the ministry. It's like, damn, they already poor and needy. You know, so you ain't doing nothing to strengthen their hands, is what that verse is saying. So you can look at the Israelites here today, and they're filling that tab as what was written of here in Ezekiel 16 and 48 and 49. That was in that
I
precept.
got one. This is Proverbs 31 and 25. I'm going to read it in the NLT. Speaking of the virtuous woman, which could also be likened to the elect, the woman of the Most High, the faithful bride.
Yeah.
Verse 25 says, She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. Chilling. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instruction with kindness. She carefully watches over everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness.
Suffers nothing from laziness. Her mind is focused on what we doing.
Chase, virgin.
Yeah, her job. All right, we gotta have that mindset, man. Okay, because when you read that in Proverbs 31, that wife, man, she was a hard worker, man. You know, she was down for the crown. You know.
Got up early, she made sure everything was straight for the house.
That's
her
right.
family.
That's right.
And that's what we doing in a sense.
You gotta be humble, man. 1 Peter 5 and 6. Brother Bashar.
I got it.
1 Peter 5 and 6.
1 Peter 5 and 6, it says, Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he might exalt you in due time.
Yeah, man, be low, be humble, be meek, be poor, be needy. Humble yourselves. Okay? We're not gonna say that we're the Daggermen. We're not gonna go marching around Barclays Center, blowing Rams horns over Kyrie Irving. Stupid shit. Okay?
Marching for George Floyd. Yeah,
George
Jake
Floyd.
Fighting for George Floyd. Yeah.
We're not doing unity camps for people with completely opposing doctrines. We don't agree on nothing, but this is my brother.
Yeah, we at the cookout and this nigga's eating and he believe in mermaids. And you looking at this nigga like, man,
Yeah,
you eating this nigga believe in mermaids across from you. Nah.
yeah.
Nah.
You know, you want a Tootsie Roll? No, I'm not Tootsie Rolling with you.
The Tootsie Rolls in his pocket.
They over in the picnic, Tootsie Rolling with somebody that believes in mermaids. Sure, man. Man, let's go back. 1 Peter 5 and 6. Read it again.
1 Peter 5 and 6, it says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time.
He's going to exalt us in due time. So we have to be willing and have faith and hope that if we continue to just preach this word, minister, we'll be exalted as we should be in due time.
Right.
Not to create some fake exaltation of ourselves on this side. That's a waste of time, energy, and spirit.
Right.
All right? A lot of waste of time, energy, and spirit is happening out here, especially when we get into the heat of Armageddon and the MOTB. As y'all can see in the news, it's popping off. So we want to make sure we're in the right spirit. Okay? Now, I do want to get that in 2nd Ezra. That's going to be one of my closeout scriptures. I wanted it in the GNT, though. If somebody can get 2nd Ezra 16:35 in the GNT, and whoever's got precepts, bring them out. Whatever precepts brothers have,
I got one.
bring them.
This is Proverbs 16 and 19. It says, better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Mixing in guys that don't even have the same doctrine. You got Sarmatic in the mix.
Scripture written down.
You breaking spoil with the proud ass
Mhm.
niggas, man, who don't even believe in this thing,
You
man.
see that? It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And you got to be able to, those who listen, you got to be able to identify these
Right.
things in the spirit, man. When you see these inconsistencies that these groups have, and put the pieces together. Okay? They clearly making merchandise of you.
Yep.
It's not even a question, man. Anybody else got a precept?
I got one.
Let's go, champ.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2 in the NLT verse 1 according to verse 2, or really verse 1 and 2. It says, when I first came to you, dear brothers and sisters, I didn't use lofty words and impressive wisdom to tell you the Most High secret plan.
Yeah, didn't try to woo you with how I talk. Didn't have no whole bunch of gimmicks. Okay? It was just the word of the Heavenly Father. Keep reading. It's going to say it.
God, verse 2, for I decided that while I was with you, I would forget everything except Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, the one who was crucified.
Keeping it simple, man. Keeping a focus and a point on the main thing. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And salvation through Yahweh Shah. That's what this is about. Nothing else, man. Connecting the ministry to anything else is BS. And it's leading the flock astray. You corrupting the truth when you do that. Okay? You got to have faith in this thing, man. You know?
Philippians chapter 3, starting verse 18 in the NLT, for I've told you often before, and I say it again with tears in my eyes, that there are many whose conduct shows they are really enemies of the cross of Hamashiach. They are headed for destruction, for their God is their appetite. They brag about shameful things, and they only think about this life here on earth.
That's good.
That's all they think about. Break it down.
Yeah, God, and that's the thinking that the brothers of Brady List song, they steady warning people, telling people that these guys, they only out for your money. And their conduct is evident that they're against the conduct of what Yahweh Shah wants. You know, that they're all about their appetite, which what satisfies them, like you've been going into looking cute, trying to be the man looked at it, that they're putting themselves up at a Passover, on sitting on thrones like they're already kings. You know, coming in on horses, like they're in power. We
Right.
only seen exalt themselves versus exalt the glory of God bless you.
Before I can continue with my message.
They brag about shameful shit. You know, they brag about gang activity, but try to link it some way to Israel, saying we're doing unrighteous to. No, all that bullshit is shameful. You know, it's foolishness at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They really just trying to save their life on this earth, on this side. They're building up all this stuff, but as you can see, the Spirit, the Most High is tearing all this shit down.
It ain't gonna last. Yep, but like I said, they're in that Dr. Umar spirit.
Thank you, Sister Avant, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, Sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, Sister.
Thank you.
Before I continue this message, donations. Donations. Donations.
This is y'all Israelite group.
Donations. Donations. Donations.
Booster Club.
Gifts. 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 More gifts.
If they doing that, man, that ain't it. That ain't it, man. That ain't it. That ain't what this is about. This is gonna burn and be cast into perdition. Okay? Thank you, Sister Avanti.
I got something real quick.
That shit over there.
Yeah.
This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 3.
Philippians 2 and 3.
Con.
Oh man.
It says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. And that's vainglory. At the end of the day, all the stuff, all the gimmicks and shit, what is it really going to help aid toward the kingdom? Nothing. It's vainglory at the end of the day. Vain meaning empty. You know, it's not going to help your crown. It ain't going to help all the stones, you know, that you're going to have in your chalice in the kingdom. You know, it ain't nothing but fulfilling, you know, your role and your portion in this world. But it says, let nothing be done through strife and vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem each other better than themselves. You know, so it's about being lowly at the end of the day.
No, man, and that's what you see with the debate demons. It's all about one-upping somebody, man. I
Right.
cut you. Instead of actually edifying and uplifting the flock. And it's a money grab because they know that people are going to come for the controversy. And they're gonna have donations and gifts. You know, they're going to have donations and they're going to have gifts for the controversy and the vainglory that's going on, man. That's what they're about, man. You know?
Yep.
It's just real. Anybody else with a precept?
I was holding this, but I'll get it. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 22. It says, abstain from all appearance of evil. And that's what they give, an appearance of evil with their the way they want to package this truth with the world, man. Wearing t-shirts at the camp, hats at the camp, when we should abstain from all appearance of evil, man. That there's no blame brought to the ministry, man. You know? So that's it.
Yep. All right. So if nobody got, does anybody have the GNT? I'll read it if y'all don't. You have it?
Yeah.
Can you get there? Second Ezra?
Got it.
Second Ezra, 16th chapter.
Got it, yes, sir. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and 35 in the GMT, and it has a heading, and it says, the Most High's people must prepare for the end.
Boom.
It says, now listen to my message, you people who serve the Lord. It is the Lord's message, so receive it and believe what he says.
Mm-hmm.
The disasters are approaching rapidly.
And we see these disasters approaching rapidly. They want to push out the MOTV. It's coming. It's here. Okay? Now, you got Elon on X, on Twitter X, basically wanting to connect that with cryptocurrency payment systems. Right? And they had the rumors that he wanted to buy YouTube and all this and that. But you see what Trump is talking about. They're advancing these CBDC systems and doing all of that, man. Okay? We just talked about earlier, the state of Israel. They ain't playing. So you had the state of Israel kill the top guy in Hezbollah. It was like yesterday or the day before yesterday. So they had another guy that they rose up as the new leader. They just killed this nigga like 4 hours ago. You know? And they pushing tanks, right? So we're gonna see if Syria is gonna join in and aid.
Right.
And Damascus shall be a ruinous heap. We're gonna see if Iran joins in. I doubt it.
No,
They're acting like little bitches.
Not directly, at least.
Right.
More indirectly.
But we're gonna see what happens, man. These things can escalate real quickly to where you have a regional conflict that crashes the economy and
That's
then
right.
everything's moved around all of a
Spread like
sudden, man.
wildfire.
Like one of the brothers said last night, they suspend the election.
I hope so.
They've been
I said
talking-
that to
you.
you.
Said that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
You know? So we're looking at these plagues, and we're looking at these things that are getting ready to come, and this scripture is talking about the mindset that you should carry. Okay? So keep reading.
God. Verse 36, G&T. It is the Lord's message, so receive it and believe what he says. The disasters are approaching rapidly, and they will not be delayed.
Mm-hmm.
A woman in the 9th month of pregnancy may suffer labor pains for several hours. But when the time comes for the baby to be born, there is no longer any delay.
It is what it is when them contractions hit. And then, you start to see them, they start happening less than 10 seconds apart. There ain't no stopping it from that point. It's coming. That's how these prophecies are leaning on the womb of the world. Go ahead, ready to break forth.
39, G&T says, in the same way, the disasters that are coming on the earth will not be delayed, and the world will groan when it is caught in its labor pains.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle.
Get ready. Go ahead.
When the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world.
You got to be like a pilgrim, right? Your home ain't in this world. And you got groups that want to be cute, that want to be popular, to make you believe that you finna have this fantasy Israelite life on this side. You ain't. Okay? That's not the mindset to groom. That's not spiritual. Okay? I'm not saying go home and slap the shit out your wife, quit your job,
Yeah.
and go live in the back of a dumpster. But what's the mindset? All right? These are fleeting things. Go ahead.
42, merchants must not expect to make a profit from what they sell.
Your heart ain't in it like that. Your mindset is not so drawn in. Man, I had a practice, I had a business, and I had to let go of it because I cared about it too much. It was taking me away from the truth. And the Most High made it happen to where it just got full blown attacked.
Man.
To where like this is a distraction in your life. I'm taking it away because I need you to do something else. One of the best lessons I've ever learned in my life, if not the best lesson I've ever learned. Because my give a fuck level went through the roof. Just don't give a fuck. My don't give a fuck level is extremely high because of going through that. Certain things I go through, it's just like I made an anonymity. Certain things happen, ting, ting, don't care. There's a higher mission and calling. So brothers, you're gonna be tested. You gotta have the mindset, man. All right. So for those of you that have businesses, and man, you trying to make it work and it ain't working, and I can't come to camp. Yeah, okay. Keep that mindset. Yeah, because we ain't gonna say nothing to your ass. Oh, I'm not coming to camp because I gotta do this. Come on. A few moments later, we just don't see you no more. All right, keep reading.
God. Sirach 16 and 42 again in G&T. Merchants must not expect to make a profit from what they sell.
Just do the best you can. Most High fill in the gaps. You gotta have faith, man. Most High fill in the gaps, man. Elder Yashwamba was telling me something last night where it's just Most High just filled in the gap where he didn't know what, it's just Most High was like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, wow. But you can't worry about it. Go ahead.
God. 2 Ezra 16 42. Merchants must not expect to make a profit from what they sell. They must be ready to run for their lives. Their customers must expect to lose whatever they buy.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Whoever builds a house should not plan to live in it. Farmers should not expect to harvest their crops or pick their grapes.
It's a mindset of indifference about this world. All right, look up the definition of indifferent. To be indifferent. You got to have an indifferent mentality. And it's hard to be indifferent when you have a woman, kids, and business and different things in this world. And they're not going to understand it. But you as a man of the Lord have to understand the indifference. Like the angels are indifferent. Somebody got that definition?
I got it.
Let's go, champ.
It's indifference. The Edom Online is the noun, right? It says the quality of being neither good nor bad, neutral quality.
Neutral. Like, all right, you know, it's going to go good or it ain't. I don't know.
Impartiality.
And you're impartial to it. You're not swayed in your spirit. The angels are indifferent. The angels go, what are you doing that, yo? No, they're not. They just gonna do it. Okay, go ahead.
It goes on, it says, not preferring one to the other.
Right, you can't prefer your business, your wife, your kids, your mama, your brother over Yahweh Shem Shah, what he wants for you. You gotta be indifferent. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, and the peak of the definition will be, it says, of no consequence.
No consequence. Right.
It doesn't matter either way.
Doesn't matter either way. So this life, this world, this has no consequence, man. So do you take care of your situations and you do the best you can? Absolutely. But it's a secondary tier, maybe even a tertiary tier, to the primary thing, which is this brotherhood and this ministry. Okay? Keep reading. Call it and read it.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 43.
We're not here for a popularity contest of being cute. All right? So when you see these guys, they are not indifferent. They need them likes. They need them donations. They need to be cute for you and to give them your money and your attention and your time. Do we give a damn? No. Like the guys that came out to the camp yesterday. We gonna preach, they gonna get it or they not. We casting out a net. We're indifferent. All right? You got a precept?
I was gonna say, the synonym for indifference is being balanced.
Boom.
You know? Balanced. You know?
Time.
Like most time.
Time. Great point. Call and read it again.
2nd Ezra 16 and 43 G&T. Farmers should not expect to harvest their crops or pick their grapes. Those who marry must not expect to have children.
Mm-hmm.
And those who don't marry must live as if they had been widowed. Woo! Anything that is done will be useless.
You see that? That's a hardcore mindset. And what was the title for this section?
The title for is the Most High's people must prepare for the end.
You got to prepare for the end. I mean, that's all I need on that. That's all I want on that, bro. You know, it's just to grab that mindset. You know, we're not here for all the glitz and glamour. The glitz and glamour comes whenever Yahweh Shah returns. Okay? Did you have some times?
Yeah, I got a quick one. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just laying back on the point. It says, vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. And that's the point. You know, nice and quick. That's pretty much what it is on this side, because this isn't the end all be all. Like the scripture says, we got to be as pilgrims here. You know, we got to pass the time. Well, that's sojourning, our sojourning in fear. But in 1 Peter, it also says that we got to be as pilgrims on the earth. When you get that word pilgrims or a pilgrim in the blue letter, it says pretty much as one traveling to a holy place. You see, because this isn't our mandatory abode. You know, we're here in these bodies in this life. This isn't really truly it. This is just, we're here to accomplish a mission at the end of the day. You know?
That's right. All good? You had something? Let's go, champ.
Sirach 10 and 21, it says, the fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof. Whether he be rich, noble, or poor, the glory is the fear of the Lord.
The glory is the fear of the Lord. It's beautiful. Beautiful, man. That's the mindset that we have to maintain, man. So, Lord willing, that was edifying, man. With that being said, we're going to say, call halal.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to you. I came out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, sincerity and truth. Shalom.
Shalom.